Equator Kenya, being an agribusiness company, we support our farmers, one, by ensuring they are organized in formal groups, assisting them acquire certificates so that they can formally be recognized by also the government. We also issue trainings. We do capacity building to these groups so that they can adapt good agricultural practices to ensure they can take care of our crop well. Then we engage them in contracts by ensuring that they have ready market for their produce.
Kwa majina naitwa Tunu Emmanuel Saidi. Katika shamba niko na kachachawa, ndio mmea wa kwanza, wa pili ni mahindi. Teknolojia ya kwanza ninatumia solar water pumps, ambayo hiyo ninaweka katika drum maji pale, ndio nibebe kwa mitungi, ndio nije nijaze hapa kwenye drip kit. Hapa kuna afueni kwa ule uchukuzi. Mara ya kwanza nilikuwa nikibeba kwa kutumia mwili wangu, nguvu zangu tayari, lakini sasa hii iko na afueni kidogo. Kampuni ya pilipili Equator Kenya tuko na ushirikiano kwa sababu walituletea hili soko la kachachao mtaani.
The main pillars for collaboration between Equator Kenya and the farmers are: one, we engage them in contract farming, whereby we assure these farmers that whatever they'll produce, they have a ready market.
Pilipili kwanza tuko na soko tayari, manake huwa tukilima pilipili huwa watu wa Equator wanakuja kuchukua. Sasa tumepata encouragement mpaka saizi karibu kila mwanachama analima. Upande wa malipo huwa hatusumbuani. Huwa tunalipa kila wiki ya pili ya mwezi. Kwa hivyo huwa nangojea tu ikifikia huwa naona M-Pesa nimeingiziwa pesa zangu kwa simu. Sijawahi kuuliza wala kudai, manake huwa wananilipa on time.
Currently we have already started giving solutions to some of the challenges. For instance, under irrigation, we are undertaking demonstration plots whereby we are training farmers on the use of technologies like polymer, whereby water consumption is reduced at the farm level, and even using cheaper ways of irrigating these farms, whereby unlike using the petrol pumps, we are linking them to companies like Sun Culture, whereby they are offered clean energy, whereby they are able to irrigate without incurring a lot of cost.
2019 nilinunua pump na Equator na Sun Culture. Sasa hiyo ilinisaidia kidogo kwa seedbed, kupanda mbegu, pia kunyunyizia ile area eka moja huwa inanyunyizia vizuri, mazao yanakuwa.
Hizi chembe za polymer naziona zinanisaidia kwa sababu nikiangalia upande wa polymer na upande ambako hatukuweka polymer, naona tofauti iko. Kule ambako kuliweka polymer, mimea yake iko tofauti, iko na nguvu huko, lakini kule ambako haikuwekwa kidogo inafifia. Kwa hivyo chembe za polymer zinasaidia.
Wakulima wameanza kuona hii pilipili ina faida kushinda mahindi. Mahindi huwa inaisha haraka. Sasa tumeona pilipili inaenda mwaka mzima na inaleta faida kwa family.
eProd has assisted us really because before we used eProd, we had challenges with data collection, farmer data collection, and also with the big numbers that are in the field and the few officers that we have, we were not able to capture all these farmers, for instance, when we are to announce for meetings. But currently with eProd, we are using short message services to ensure we reach our farmers instantly, and also management of these farmers. We are able to do our collection. We are also able to have reports from the farms through our officers through the same application. unlike before when we used to use hard copies.
Hii system ya kutumia simu imenisaidia, manake kitambo nilikuwa nafuata wakulima mmoja mmoja, nitembee niende kwa fulani, kesho tunakutana. Lakini saa hizi vile tunatumiwa ujumbe, kila mtu huwa amejua. Kwa hivyo tukifika hizo masaa, wakulima wote tunakutana pamoja bila kusumbuana.
Many years back, my husband had the idea that he wanted to prove that development is possible working with smallholder farmers. And one way of doing that was by including smallholder farmers in a high value chain through a sort of 3-pillar model, by basically giving the farmers market certainty through contract farming, by providing them extension services and training, and then also by linking the farmers to access to finance so they can afford investing in the crop. So we always thought that this 3-pillar model would help us to set up a company, and this is basically how we started Equator Kenya Limited at the end of the day. I think we have been very successful establishing ourselves over all these years at the coast. We have a very good network of stakeholders. We work closely together with the Ministry of Agriculture, and there especially with ASDSP. We work very closely with other stakeholders, also with the Ministry of Agriculture in the rural areas, and then also the area chiefs, so the local administration. We've been very successful in setting up our company as a reliable partner for the farmers. So if you talk to farmers, farmers will say they trust us fully. We work very transparently with the farmers. It's very straightforward. So we stick to our words. We say we come and collect tomorrow, we will come and collect tomorrow. If we say we pay then we will pay. It's like a partnership with the farmers.
Equator Kenya and ASDSP, our point of convergence is on ABE chili. We support ASDSP, we support ABE chili as one of the value chains. Equator Kenya happens to be a buyer and exporter of ABE chilies, so we have that point of convergence. And now with that, we have a working relationship that we have developed over almost 80 years now, whereby ASDSP, we are not implementers per se. We implement through others, through other value chain actors. And we found the Equator to be strategically positioned to work with us because they work with the farmers, they have extension in the field, and also they buy the chili, so they have a passion, they have a reason to be involved in the chili business. We cannot transform agriculture without technology. This technology, starting from production to marketing and all other nodes in the value chain, technology will play a big part. Even issues like disease identification control, we are going the E-way, E-extension. So we expect in the next 10 years, technology will play a vital role in the commercialization and the transformation of agriculture. The gaps is that as much as we have the technologies, adoption is still low in most of those technologies. Our farmers take time to adopt the technologies, and they require to see. Adult education is they believe in what they see, not what they hear. So there's low adoption. That's a gap. The other gap is that some technologies are quite capital. They require some capital. They are expensive to bring or to put on place. For example, even those technologies we are talking of, the mobile phones and all that, they require you at least to have a handset. Some of the apps, they require you to have a smartphone. So that's now the capital outlay is a gap. The other gap is illiteracy.
The next step in terms of technology and agribusiness will be the use of more sophisticated technologies like temperature and moisture sensors that would help farming to be more efficient, cost-friendly and environmentally friendly.
Mimi ningependa kuambia Equator Kwanza nawashukuru sana kuleta hii mpango wa pilipili, manake umetusaidia sana kama wakulima.
So in the next 10 years, I want to see EKL as the prime supplier of bird's chilies. I want the company to be the reference or the address where you can get this premium quality bird's chilies. In addition, I want to be able to provide our farmers with additional markets, so introduce at least 2 new products. I would love tree crops, also from an environmental point of view, but it needs to make commercial sense for both the company and the farmers, and also be able to market these products then to the international market, providing our farmers with inputs, making sure that all our farmers have access to irrigation, access to water, that they don't have to walk anymore for kilometers to collect water in jerry cans, and maybe double our farmer base. I think these are the things where I want to see EKL in 10 years.
As EKL, we want to grow together with our farmers to turn the Kenyan coast into the prime ABEC producer in the world. Quality comes from the Kenyan coast.